Hey, what's up, everybody? For today's video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano again. I'll be giving you guys my thoughts about where we currently are in the market, as well as where we might be heading in the near future. Before I get to things, I do want to let you guys know that I am using Market Cipher as my primary oscillator and indicator tool. I love using Market Cipher. It helps me get a better idea of what I'm looking at in the charts as I'm looking at them. If you would like to use Market Cipher, please consider using the referral link below. But with that being said, guys, let's jump right back into the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. As you guys can see, since this weekend, we have seen a rally come in for the Bitcoin price, trading at $34,475 at the current time of this video. That's pretty good when you consider that we saw a low of about $30,178. I think that's about, let me see here, guys. That's about 13.48% to the upside. That's pretty good when you consider that on Friday, we actually had one of the biggest options expiring for Ethereum to ever take place, guys. We not only did we get like the weekly and the monthly, but we also got the quarterly for options expiring on Friday, and a lot of people were expecting a dump, like a major dump. I think a lot of people were expecting that day to be the red button, you know, like the final button to press, so the Bitcoin price goes back down to their targets of like $20,000. You guys can see what happened, what took place. We did have a dump. We did have a pullback, but we rallied from $30,178 to, where we are right now, $34,000. That's really insanely strong and bullish for the Bitcoin price, guys. Like I said, that's like a 13 and something percent gain. That's over $4,000 to the upside, guys, in a matter of 2 days. Super, super strong. Glad to see that. Some people would argue just by looking at the charts here that this was kind of a double bottom, kind of like a W right here. Oops, forgot that I had that up. But as you can see here and here are going on to the Fibonacci retracement though. As you guys can see, we're just above that 0.382 Fibonacci line. What I expect to happen in the near future for Bitcoin, guys, is I think that we come back down and break that Fibonacci line and we don't hold it as support. I think, matter of fact, we come back down, break it, come back up, test it, maybe come back down. Then we break it sometime later on today and then bounce off that Fibonacci line before kind of claiming this middle section of the channel, which would put us just shy or at $35,000. I think that would be the best case scenario and a more likely thing to play out. And the reason why I say that, guys, is because whenever we have a strong move to the upside, like a really explosive move to the upside, expect a pullback, guys. Things don't just go in a straight line. Like I've said, with every pump, there's a dump. With every dump, there's a pump, right? So this was pretty strong. $4,000 to the upside, guys, was pretty strong with basically no real pullback. So expect a pullback somewhere around this range here. If it does happen, don't go, crying, oh, this was a fake out and stuff like that. That would be completely normal for it to do. Matter of fact, if it did come back down, that would be probably the most ideal thing because that would mean it's healthy, guys. All we want to do is make a slow, steady climb back up to the upside. We really don't want those explosive, massive gains. Although a lot of people beg to differ about that, but those big, massive gains, those explosive moves to the upside, guys, get hit harder with those explosive moves to the downside, guys. So we want more sustainability, more gradual price increase with the Bitcoin price. So if we started slowly climbing, that would be more ideal, in my opinion, for the Bitcoin price. But in order to do that, we do have to retrace. So again, just be prepared for that, guys. If we're looking at the RSIs, everything's pointing downwards right now. It doesn't look like, it doesn't look like the momentum is going to keep going to the upside. It kind of looks like maybe we just go sideways here. It's not a steep point to the downside with the RSIs, but we are looking like we're a little bit overextended. Not greatly, but we are a little overextended here on the RSIs on our Market Cipher B. Let's go down to the 3 hours, see what's showing us there. Well, it looks like it's kind of flattening out here. We did get past that red dot. We could see some more sideways action here. Let's go to a 2 hour. 2 hours kind of pointing upwards again, guys. So we might actually start seeing some more support come in. We might kind of just claim that mid $34,000 range and just kind of stay there for the majority of the day. Maybe we don't come down here. Maybe we just bounce off that line as support and then start making the climb to the upside. That would be insanely bullish too. I would not complain about that one bit. But we can't speculate. We can't predict things, that like we have a crystal ball, because we don't. We can only deal with what we see before us. And right now, what it's showing me is we might come down test this line, this Fibonacci line, maybe even break it. Oops, before coming back up and reclaiming the middle of this channel here. That's what I see happening for Bitcoin. Let me move over to Ethereum. Ethereum was a little different, guys. Ethereum was the focus over the whole weekend, actually. Like I said, Ethereum had the biggest options expire for Ethereum to date. We had, like I said, the weekly, the monthly, the quarterly, all happening on Friday, and I think a lot of people were expecting Ethereum to just tank, but we came down to that zero line for the Ethereum 4-hour chart. As you can see here, it bounced right off of it. We didn't even really come down and touch it, but we got real close to it, came back up, and now we're trading in between the channel of the 0.382 and 0.236 for the Fibonacci retracement. Like I said, I thought we would rally. To be honest with you, though, I thought it was going to happen like maybe a day or two from now. So this happening earlier than expected, I'm not going to complain about, but I will say, just like I said for the Bitcoin price, expect a pullback, guys. When anything explodes so strongly to the upside, it usually comes with a pretty good pullback as well. Things don't just go in a straight line. I'll keep saying that, guys, so people are reminded about that. I would rather much see a slow and steady climb to the upside, more, I don't want to say stair stepping, but more kind of like a stair step movement to the upside than a big explosive move to the upside, guys. Because if we had a big explosive move, then I would 99.9% be sure that we're going to see a strong pullback as well, guys. It needs to sustain itself. It needs to maintain itself, and it needs to slowly grow instead of be so explosive, guys. So again, same thing for Ethereum. Like I said with Bitcoin, I can see us coming back down here, testing this Fibonacci line at 0.236, if not breaking it, hopefully just bouncing off of it, maintaining the middle section of this channel, which would be about $20,000. Ideally, would like for myself to see maybe not even breaking $2,100, but just getting really close and sustaining itself around that high $2,000 range to that $2,100 range. I think that would be insanely bullish for Ethereum. But let's see what happens, guys. Moving on to ADA. ADA looking really strong in the charts. Really strong in the charts, guys. There's a lot of things, before I move on and completely forget, going on for Ethereum and ADA. So both of those assets have a lot of technically and fundamentally strong things happening for their for their environment, for their ecosystem, and expect July to be a time of massive gains, guys, for those two assets. Anyway, back to ADA. As you guys can see here, we're just between that 0.382 and a 0.236 Fibonacci channel. For ADA, we're on the higher side of that channel. What I can see is this pushing up to the upside of that 0.382 Fibonacci line, maybe bouncing off that as resistance, coming back down into the higher section of this channel again before finding another rally, and then maybe breaking to the upside. It'll look something like this. Boom, boom, boom. And then maybe threading this before finding this as support and then claiming that 140 range. Like I said in my past video, I think it'll happen somewhere in the beginning of July. If not before that, we'll really start recapturing that 140 range to 145 range, and then it's off to the races. We'll quickly regain that 160, probably honestly skip right through 150 and just claim 160. And then, and then slowly climb. I'm really bullish, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really bullish on ETH. I'm really bullish on ADA. Like I said, a lot of technicals and fundamentals scream for higher price points. So that's my predictions for the short to near future of ETH and ADA. But that's what I'm seeing in the charts right now, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are not overextended, or not over leveraged, guys. To be honest with you, in the grand scheme of things, I think that's one of the main factors of what got us, especially through here, is people were really over leveraged, along with a few other factors, obviously. But I think the over leverage thing was a big major role of why we saw such a hard pullback when we didn't really need to. So I'll always say, don't be over leveraged. I'm not completely against leverage trading, but don't be over leveraged. Don't be overextended. Please practice proper risk management. Be safe out there, guys. Be safe out there. God bless. Peace.